segment, and we were just speaking about propaganda.
Oh no, we got the fucking trifecta here. Oh no. It's the unholy trinity of Nigel Thornberry, Sargon's personal little meaty tweaky fuck puppet, and the kipper spiced man himself, Saltine of a cod. Holy shit. Oh, it's all three of them. We're in for it now, boys. Here we go.
Do you love that your escapist entertainment that you were supposed to spend your spare time playing and enjoying is now all purely propaganda? Do you enjoy seeing
play modern video games?
No, that's probably the best idea, really. What about you, Callum?
God. No, I don't either.
No, and
he says he doesn't play modern video games, but here's the thing. I know for a fact, because I used to play it with him, Sargon was wildly addicted to Ark, to the open world building game with all the dinosaurs and shit. He had hundreds of people playing on his server, and it was fun. He's a really fun person to play Ark with. It was great. But the whole thing is, he says now, I don't play modern video games, because this is what he's grifting right now. This is the spin of traditional Western man. Which way to your depraved and bullshit video games, or are you going to go out there and fight for your culture? Like, it's so dumb, dude. It's so dumb. You liar. You fucking liar. You grifty fuck. Wow.
The last video game I played was Medieval 2
Up
Total
yours,
War, which came out in like 2006.
Fair play. Very based option.
Well, it's a
You played Ark like 3 years ago. You're trying to make it sound like you haven't played video games in 17 years, and you ran a server with hundreds of people taming and riding dinosaurs. Dork. You're just as much of a dork as the rest of us. Dork.
great game. I mean,
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah.
the game hasn't changed.
And you're just like Shogun 2. Ugh.
Yeah, it's too foreign.
Comes with guns.
Yeah, but no, exactly. That's why I don't like it.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, and as part of this,
It doesn't have Crusades.
we'll discuss something else as well as just the propagandistic elements of everything these days. I will also briefly touch on video game graphics, because Callum, we had this discussion earlier this year when we were talking about J.K. Rowling's legacy and transphobes' legacy
In video games.
yeah. And you were talking about graphical fidelity and the clarity of the image.
Also, I know this is very petty, but everything they're saying right now is dumb and stupid, and I fucking hate it. But Callum should never grow a beard. I'm not trying to be petty or anything. And I have been known to be a bit unkempt at times. But even at my most greasy and unwashed, it does not look like my chin is covered in ball hair, okay? Callum, shave immediately. And don't ever fucking grow that back. You don't look like a man. You look like a little boy covered in ball hair. Stop it. Fucking stop it. And whoever that other fucking dork is, I don't care how long you grow your hair. You're going to look like Nigel Thornberry.
Basically just declining and declining and declining in the arms race to get the shiniest, most prettiest graphics with all of the sparkly effects on them.
It's so real. It's real, though.
It's so real.
I can't see anything on screen.
I've really come around to your position on this. I have to say, because I've been playing a lot more old games recently, and it's nice just being able to tell what the hell I'm looking at.
Color contrast.
Yeah, not everything being a desaturated, grey, lens-flared mess like
Carl
a J.J.
won't admit
Abrams
he
movie.
loves Karlik and her glorious thighs.
Oh, I love Karlak and her glorious thighs. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we ain't got no problem with that here in this channel. Woo! This is him being Anita Sarkeesian. Well, you know, it is what it is. Yeah. I'm sorry. So, like, they're upset about, I guess, the color gradient in games, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense unless you're only playing, like, a Fallout game or a Dead Souls game. Then, yeah, sure, I might agree with you. But, like, there are a lot of very colorful games out there.
But it's not even because you can do... This is one of the criticisms I hate of Fallout 3, where they're like, oh, it's great. It's like, yeah, it's a post-apocalypse, you moron. But it's that ability to tell what is an enemy, what is an object, what you can go and see. I don't know if...
Oh, you need glowing halos because you suck at video games. Got it. Okay.
what the correct wording
It's
is.
instantly recognizable visual design.
Yeah, and people have made endless video essays on Valve's particularly perfect work when it
I
comes to
think
Team Fortress 2.
it's designing the silhouette was what they really
This is
wanted
one.
for Team
Yeah.
Fortress 2.
But it's the colors, the type of colors you use. There is a weird amount of thought that Valve put into that example. But then
It
when you go to a
shouldn't
modern
be weird, though. It should be the
Yeah.
basic amount of thought that
you go to a modern video game and it's just, yeah, but it looks real. I'm like, it
So-
doesn't.
but even
do that.
But look, okay. This is the exact same thing as whining about video games. I don't like this game because it looks too realistic and it's hard for me to play because I'm bad at these types of games. Then don't play that type of game. Go play some other fucking type of game. Who gives a shit? There's one that's out. It's actually really, really good. Where it's basically like the spiritual successor to Battlefield, but it's made with very, very basic, silly graphics. Like it looks like Roblox graphics, but it plays really awesome. I can't remember the name of it. Go play that. Go play that game. You know, whatever. It's fine. You know, if you don't like the gay Superman comic book, don't fucking play it. Play something else. Why is this got to be everybody else's fucking problem?
in the race to look as real as possible, we have hit uncanny valley territory. Where
Yeah.
the more realistic you try and make it look, the more it highlights all of the not realistic aspects of the way that faces are moving.
But also,
That is not what the uncanny valley is. That is not what the uncanny valley is. I hate when people say shit like that and they don't know what they're fucking talking about. The uncanny valley is specifically to address the feeling of abject horror that increases the closer you get to making something that was fake seem real. It is a psychological effect of terror. That is what the uncanny valley is. Like it's not the closer it gets, the more unrealistic it looks. That's not what it is. Jesus Christ.
there's this
Battle Bit Remastered. That's what it is. Great game. Battle Bit Remastered.
there's this weird element of like red herring to it as well. Like, I'm a big Total War fan, and I'm most disappointed by Pharaoh Total War. I didn't buy it, thank God. I watched everyone else's reviews of it, and they were like, "Oh my God, what is going on?" And like, zooming out is a great example where you've got just masses of men, but there's no color distinction. They're just some variant of brown on a brown terrain, and it's just like, okay, what is going on? But then if you look at like all of the promo stuff and like the main menus and stuff, it's these incredibly high detailed, high definition like characters of the thing, and it's like that was such a waste
Carl needs to buy a new video card, I guess.
of money. You know, like,
Who plays Rome Total War and then zooms in to see the graphical fidelity of your legion?
But-
No, you see the blocks fighting.
sure, but even
Carl does. Carl does. He needs the high detail on them all them hot Roman men.
even if you're a bit closer or something, fine. Yeah, okay, it's fine. It's understandable to make the individual soldier.
Nice, but not photorealistic.
But okay, no, go and make him look photorealistic if you have to.
Okay.
Right? I don't care. Why have you spent all of this money making photorealistic ancient Egyptian commanders? No one cares. That's not what the game's about. That was a total diversion. And they, just all of the sort of high definition graphics that don't apply to the actual play of the game itself. It's such a red herring. It's such a waste of time and money.
That's not what a red herring is either. Why don't any of these people know the turns of phrases that they're using? That's not what a red herring is. What? Oh my God. First, Nigel fucking Thornberry doesn't even know what the uncanny valley is. And now Sargon, the guy who's in charge of the podcast, doesn't even understand what the phrase or the term red herring means. That's not what a red herring is. A red herring is something that's supposed to distract you. You think that that's the point. That's the target. That's what you're supposed to be going for. And in reality, it was something totally different. That's not the same thing as false fucking advertising, you dumbass. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand this. Ugh.
And
Oh, Chicken Bacon Swiss says, but Shogun Total War 2 was the greatest of the franchise because of the unit detail. Yeah, I think a lot of people, like, I don't care about Nigel Thornberry. I just call him that because I hate him and he's an idiot. Don't bug me, Griffin. Fuck off. But yeah, look, and everybody has different things that they might like about a video game. Some people might like this, they might like that. Some people like this, they might like that. Like, sure, it's your podcast, you can air your grievances, but this is apparently a 32-minute long video where you're just making up your own definitions for terms and phrases so you can whine about the most pedantic little thing. Like, Jesus Christ.
it's not like the game was any good anyway. So why did you bother? And the sales speak for themselves.
I think what matters, if you want to present it with the advertising and all of the nice flashy features that will draw people in eventually, and then make sure that the game, when you're actually playing the game, doesn't need to be anywhere near as high detail as you're talking about. Just make sure that there's a level of clarity where I can tell what I'm looking at, and that the gameplay is fun. And then you make all of that other bells and whistles around it worth it.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would think so, but the game designers aren't intent on making games fun anymore, and our escapism isn't escapism anymore, because I was shocked.
I don't... How? Why? I hope he explains, and that's not just like a random thing that you just say, so your audience like, oh, yeah, no, I totally agree. I want to hear like a very cogent argument for why that statement is true.
Just a quick thing before you go on, right?
Yeah.
That nothing hammers this point home more than Pharaoh Total War, actually, right? Because
I haven't played it.
I haven't played it either, right? I've played.
Nothing makes this point more than this game that I haven't played. 2016 Sargon would kick this dude's ass. Would eviscerate him. Holy shit.
Played Troy.
It has really annoyed you.
No, I've played Troy Total War, so I basically have played Pharaoh Total War because it's literally just a reskin of that. But the numbers are what shows it, right? On average per day, there's about 5,500 people playing Medieval 2 Total War, and there's about 2,500 people playing Pharaoh.
There's 200,000 people playing TF2 right now.
Sure,
I
and
don't have to look it up.
Of course there are.
there are there are loads
TF2 is
more for other
No, but it speaks to the solidness of the gameplay. If you make a game that's that solid, doesn't matter how much time will pass, people are still
Yeah, it has longevity. People still go back and play the original Half-Life with all sorts of mods to try and make it look nicer, but you can still just play it because the gameplay lasts. The gameplay lasted to the point where you can still enjoy it as an experience.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So how is escapism dead? Why is this like a weird reflection on modern video? Can I hear at least like some critiques on a recent video game? That's what I want to hear. All I've heard right now is 5 minutes of these guys effectively trying to deep throat their own feet in their mouths and whining about shit that nobody gives a fuck about.
Over 25 years later. But what I don't think will last is stuff like the newest Spider-Man game. Spider-Man 2 for PlayStation 5, which I played the first one when it came out on PlayStation 4 back in 2018. There was a lot of time I spent at university playing that when I should have been doing work. But that's the university experience, realistically. And it was an okay game.
It's a great game. The fucking PlayStation Spider-Man game, fun. It's really fun.
It wasn't Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 2, but it was an okay game, had a decent story.
It was better than Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 2.
I will say a lot of video games are released before being properly bug tested.
True.
Some like Larian do patch them right away, but I wish they'd test more.
Yeah, no, I agree. I totally agree with you, Dragon of the West. It's like Baldur's Gate 3, they were very, very forthcoming when they were putting it out. They're like, hey, this is a beta. It is, and I bought the beta, and I participated in it and gave like some feedback and stuff like that. But they were really, really open. Like, we're not telling you, like, you can be part of the development of it, but we're not selling you a finished product. It's up to you if you want to do it or not. This is how much is done, and that was cool. I liked that. I thought that was a good way because I really, really, really am sick of pre-ordering games because you always get burned. You always, always, always get burned. City Skylines 2, I really love the City Skylines series, and I do love it, but it's plagued with a bunch of bugs too. It is what it is.
And it was fun. And then I see... I know, right? Remarkable. And then I see this, and I think, This can't be real. It's a 4chan post. This
Okay.
can't.
Wait. So why in the world are they quoting from 4chan? Okay. Oh, I hope they read it.
This can't be real. So it's Spider-Man 2, and it's
Let me read this section.
yeah. Go on.
Has so much positive energy and progressive political messaging. At one point, I actually found my cheeks hurt from prolonged grinning as you swing through the game's immense and detailed virtual New York. God, who wants to see a detailed virtual New York?
Literally anybody who doesn't make up reasons to hate New York. New York is fascinating. It's one of the most iconic cities in the world, if not the most iconic city in the world. Like, what a stupid little snipey thing.
You'll take in a fantastically diverse city filled with people of various ages, gender identities, physical abilities, and skin color, all just living their lives.
Yeah, that's New York.
There are cultural street festivals, such as rats cooking, dancing cooking that you can almost smell, rainbow and Ukrainian
smell the
flags hang in
feces.
front of stores.
That can't be real.
People speak in the languages in which they are fluent, which means that Spanish, English, or ASL.
I looked into that. It's American Sign
Sign
Language. Yeah.
And
Cool.
missions often up the positivity ante. Good God.
You know, I was really enjoying my Spider-Man.
Missions often amp up the positivity ante. Some of my favorites are ones where you aren't even trying fighting or action, but rather Spidey just doing friendly neighborhood Spider-Man stuff. Helps a gay kid arrange a series of surprises around campus for his boyfriend. Cool. The game makes for fantastic escapism, acting as a counterpoint to the growing intolerance of the meat space we inhabit when not playing. It's a bold move in any industry we inhabit, or the big players of which tend to shy away from any sort of potentially divisive messaging. Don't be surprised if a vocal minority of players boycott the game for its social justice themes. What's the fucking problem? Like, does any of that make the game not fun? Like, that's the big question. Like, even if you're one of those types of people, and you're like, all right, well, I just don't like the whole social justice thing, and it just, it's bothering me for this, that, or the other thing. Does it in any way make the game less fun? Because I have played this game, and it is fun. This is the Miles Morales one, right? Or is this like the sequel? Might be the sequel. I don't know. I played the Miles Morales one. It was great. And the game is objectively very fun to play. And you have to be such a fragile, scared little bitch boy to have your fun ruined because you see a rainbow flag or too many blacks in your fucking video game. Like, that is not... Oh, this is the new Spider-Man 2. Okay. I haven't played this one yet. I'm sure it's going to be great. Like, this is not, like, valid criticism. This is weakness masquerading as critique. This is... I swear to God, man. Fucking pronouns! Oh, wait, do I still have that? Yeah.
Fucking pronouns! Fucking current day Californian shit!
Yeah, man. Oh, my God. Look, this game is so much fun to play. It's so much fun to play, but you know what?
Fucking pronouns!
Oh, God, I need to change. I need to go get a Trump brand diaper to get all my squishy wishy out of my ditey whitey. Boo!
Fucking current day Californian shit!
You fucking wussies. You little tiny bitches. What the fuck? Christ.
Have you finished the paragraph? Some of my favorites are the one where there isn't even any fighting or action, because that's what people play Spider-Man for, but rather Spidey just doing friendly neighborhood Spider-Man stuff. Like when he helps a gay kid arrange a series of surprises around campus for his boyfriend.
Why would I play this game?
Yeah, why? I'm reading this. God, it sounds so fun. I can't wait to go and help.
I love the commentary there.
What? Why? Why would I ever want to help the gays? Ew. God. And Callum's little fucking goblin face. Yes, it's so funny. God, what the fuck? I swear to God, this is such fucking cowardly shit. I don't have gender ambiguity as a button. Yeah, I only got the other two. Jesus Christ.
there, though. Haha, another 4chan hyperbolic woke game description. It's from an actual game review. Oh.
Yeah, and then it caps it all off with, this game makes for fantastic escapism. How? What am I escaping from?
That's what we live with.
I'm escaping from the real world into a colourful facsimile of the real world where you have all of the things that everybody wants. Well, the everything is...
The lack of self-awareness on this is pretty amazing. It's escape. They were talking in that review, right? See, it makes your fantastic escape as escaping as a counterpoint to the growing intolerance of the meat space we inhabit when not playing. They're talking about you! You! That's who they're talking about! They're talking about you, dude! They want to escape you! Because you're so fucking annoying! So they want to play the game where you don't exist! Honestly, I wouldn't mind living in that world either.
Promoted to us,
Yeah.
but now it has a nice, colourful, shiny Spider-Man veneer over it, and New York works, apparently.
I've made progressivism work. It's in a video game, but
Video game. Finally, if we have Spider-Man webbing the whole thing together and just gripping on both sides like Tobey Maguire trying to make progressivism work, Arrgh! That's how you do it.
Yes, if we literally make it fictional, it can work.
I hate to point this out, but the human race, like the entire human race, naturally drifts towards progressivism. As you enact
Beta!
Beta! Well, I am. They are. No, not me. Who? Whatever. Doesn't matter. As you progress in a society, you have things like food security. You have the ability for agriculture, then technological advancements to make things easier, have more free time. The more and more you enhance the liberty and freedom of people away from tyranny and monarchies and authoritarianism, we naturally drift towards a progressive state, because progressivism, by its definition, is the improvement of the human condition. We make everything be gooder. That's the point. Make things go gooder. Now, you can disagree about whether or not progressivism is making things gooder for you or not. You could do that. That's totally fine. But this whole thing of like, progressivism can't work. It never works. Dude, like, that's a natural state of fucking human beings. All right? It's one of those things where you have to, when you really actually zoom out and you analyze how the human animal works, and as we improve in our material conditions...
Don't let them play Rainbow Road on Mario Kart.
Oh, they will neck themselves immediately. My God, Mario's gone woke. Yes, when you zoom out enough, conservatism is a dead-end road, and it always has been. All it is brake pads up against the driving force that is the human animal, which is progressivism. Sorry to say. Yeah. Progressiveness works for all but the blandest and most threatened among us. Yeah. Well, look, there's a whole lot of problems with all of that, too. Yeah. Yeah. It's a thing. It's a fucking thing, man. Woof. All right, anyway, keep going.
Work.
Yeah, and sadly, this is a real review. This is from the Financial Post.
Average games reviewing site.
Average games reviewing site, yes. And they missed out some other good little details here. So they say, at one point, someone says they want to pay Spider-Man for his services. And he replies that Spider-Man never accepts payment, except for hugs. He'll always take a hug.
Was it a pedo?
Have any of you fucking dorks ever actually read the goddamn comic book? And, like, in what way was anything denoting that he was talking to a child? Why is it that Callum...
The ability to speak does not make one intelligent. Qui-Gon Jinn.
True. Very true. Qui-Gon was right with that for sure. Thank you very much. Mortal Beat 2 and Dragon of the West. Appreciate you guys. Why in the world does Callum, weird little Twinkie bitch boy Callum with the pube face, immediately think when there's something about people embracing each other, it has to have to do with kid fucking? What are you always thinking about, Callum? Why is that where your brain goes every time? That's a little fucking weird, buddy.
I don't think that's supposed to be the
He
implication.
was helping children earlier.
Well, I suppose maybe it's the gay guy, maybe he's wanting to show how inclusive he is. It's also worth noting that our hero or
People embracing each other is always gay and borderline pedophile. You fucking dipshits.
heroes, and this is just a great admission of the fact that this game is not made for anybody to just play it and
It's
enjoy
just not
it.
made for anybody.
Yeah, it's not made. It's not made for anybody to play.
This game is going to make billions. Probably. At least hundreds of millions. Hundreds of millions that game is going to make them. A lot of people are going to play this game. And they're going to fucking love this game. A lot. And they will never address the fact that it actually is appealing to a lot of people, because most people on this planet, at least in the West, don't think like you. They don't. So, whatever.
And enjoy and go, wow, I can't believe I'm in a magical fantasy world. No, it just says they also serve as a talking point for the game's progressive message.
there we go.
But there you go. We get to play through as both 20-something Peter Parker and teenage black Puerto Rican Miles Morales. There's no paternalistic talking down from Peter to Miles. They are equal in every way, because we wouldn't want the game reaffirming hierarchy between like a master and a student or anything like that.
Yeah, that's not how they were in the comic books either. They're literally from different universes, you stupid fucks.
Even definitionally, no one's. Oh, whatever. Why am I trying?
I
Actually, fake progressivism.
I know, it's just ridiculous. Anyone who refuses to play Spider-Man 2 simply because of its pro-people vibe, it's pro-people, if you don't want to play
I'm
this...
anti-people.
Yeah, you're anti-people now.
Totally.
It's going to be denying themselves one of the most entertaining games of the year. I'll live.
Yeah, I'll just have to live with that.
I'll live.
I'll just be crusading in the Middle East.
And then
Crusading in the Middle East, yeah. More strange little messaging to your weirdo freakazoid fucking audience there, Carl. Look, it's one of the same things. It's a thing that he was always bitching about back in like the Gamergate days, is when people would critique games that they didn't play, and that they would just refuse to play a game because of the tones. And like, no, I'm sorry. This is Sargon Sarkeesian. It really fucking is. It really is. Everything is woke, and you have to point it all out. That's all it is, man. It's Jesus Christ.
shockingly, very little of this review is dedicated to talking about, the actual game.
Oh, really?
The actual
There's a game
gameplay part of this.
plugged onto this progression.
I thought it was a series of slides of pride flags and Spider-Man, high-fiving trans people and arresting transphobes for mean tweets or something. But no, there is a game involved in this as well. And then, and then they say, oh, it plays really great. It's so great, except I never noticed a lag or stutter while zipping about. The game did unexpectedly quit on me a few times. So it
crashed.
It crashed on you. But I took that, this is incredible, I took that as evidence that Insomniac, the developers, are pushing boundaries with this one.
What? I don't really quite. I don't get his criticism, and I'm not really sure what the joke is of this.
What?
The game crashed.
The game's a buggy mess. Yeah, well, they're pushing boundaries, you see.
That's a sign of quality, don't you know? I'm pretty sure Insomniac might have written this review themselves. And I think Insomniac, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I think they're the guys who did Spyro. They did the original Spyro games back in the day. And now
Awesome games. Awesome games.
they're doing this. Now they're doing this.
When did Spyro come out?
Back in the 90s.
Wait. So he doesn't have a problem with Spyro? Like, heartwarming, sweet Spyro? Like, did you think Spyro was just about a dragon that just beats the shit out of people? Like, Spyro helps people. Spyro, like, inspires people. I'm pretty sure there's some pretty progressive messaging in Spyro, if I'm not mistaken. What the fuck? Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, I forgot all about this. Hang on. Shit. God damn it, Paul. Fuck. Here we go.
But this is what we're looking at. And I don't know why we're not just openly calling that out.
Everything is cultural Marxism. Everything is socialism. Everything is a left-wing conspiracy, and you have to call it all out.
Emotional damage.
damn it!
It's true, though. It's true. Spyro has so many gay-coded things. Oh, no, for sure. I was pretty sure. I think that they would have a lot of the exact same criticisms of Spyro if they were to examine Spyro right now with the same lens that they're judging the Spider-Man game that they're never gonna play. You know, look at this fucking dickhead's face. You know, I picked on him once on Twitter, and he got so fucking booty bothered. It was amazing. These guys are very fragile. They're very fun to fuck with on Twitter. It's great.
90s.
Yeah, there we go. So 20 years ago, it's probably an entirely different studio.
It's probably entirely different people inside of it, but it's just annoying to me that game studios can get away with this, where you have the name of an incredibly prestigious game studio that's produced some classics in the past. It's filled with completely different people. None of them have anything to do with the success.
You are correct.
It has. Yeah, they did Spyro. And but
25
they
years
can
later.
still get away with calling themselves, we're the guys that made Spyro. No, you're not.
Black Isle, man. I used to love Black Isle.
Like how they did the Fallout
Baldur's Gate and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, Fallout. They used to do so much great stuff, and then they just created.
And the last thing I remember about Black Isle is they became, Fallout New Vegas developers. What are they called?
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head.
You know the ones I'm talking about.
I do know the ones.
And they did Fallout New Vegas, and they kept getting shafted by having games that they were going to make the best game ever, but they had increasingly small time limits to be able to produce them. Still produced classics like Fallout New Vegas that were just buggy messes.
Obsidian Entertainment?
Yeah.
Boogie messes. Blah, 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 blah. So I just casually did a search. Is Spyro gay coded? And boy, oh boy, a lot of people on the internet got into dragon fetishism because of Spyro. Well, how about that, Nigel Thornberry? Is that not a dissolution of Western values? All of these young boys and girls suddenly want to fuck dragons because of the cartoon dragon? Is that somehow like better than Spider-Man high fives a gay dude and there being Ukrainian flags in New York? Is that better? Is that closer to their classical liberal values? People just wanting to fuck dragons? Was that what Aristotle was really going for? Huh? Is that where we're at? I'm asking for a motherfucking friend here. I'm trying to figure out what our values are. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, Obsidian. That's it. That's the last thing I remember about them. And then the last game that they made was Outer Worlds, which also, as far as I'm aware, has lots of progressive messaging in it, but not as much as Starfield.
Oh, well, there we go.
Which is just boring.
Would you like the pride flag or the racial pride flag on your video game?
Decisions to...
Outer Worlds is awesome. Starfield is fucking awesome. You guys just suck and you don't know how to have fun.
Decisions.
Yeah, but...
God, I love being a gamer.
Again, the Pope has just declared a crusade on Cairo in my game. I'm just saying, which would you rather play?
That is pretty cool. But, it makes you wonder, like you say, this game isn't intended for...
Crusades aren't cool. Why would a crusade be cool? Why would a crusade be cool? How could a crusade be cool? You know, crusades were bad things, right? Like all of them. They were all bad. And also, if you're on the side of the Crusaders, I got some bad news for you. I don't know if you've read into it enough. I don't know if you've been up on your history, but in most of the Crusades, your side loses. It doesn't go well for you. It does not go well for you in any way. And at the end of all of them, you still lose. What are you fucking talking about? Why in the world would anybody think a crusade is a good thing? Not historically, not conceptually. What are you fucking talking about? You nerd. You fucking nerd. Because it kills Muslims. Is that really the only thing that gets Carl's dick hard anymore? Really? Does that explain how he really hasn't had that many children with his wife? I'm sorry, darling. I can't get it up. We haven't had an intifada lately. What the fuck? He basically said genocide is cool. I mean, he said a lot worse, dude. Whatever. Yeah, Crusaders are beta. Can you think of anything more fucking beta? You listen to some wrinkly old testicle of a fucking man you've never met who claims that he speaks with a holy, spooky sky leopard ghost that tells you to leave your family, who love you and rely on you for protection from thieves and raiders. So very good chance your wife's going to get either brutally raped or murdered, or both. Your kids will be enslaved or brutally raped or murdered, or all three. And you leave, and they're going to struggle to be able to feed themselves. But you are on a mission. A mission to go and travel and probably die along the road. And if you don't, you're going to go to a land you've never been, and you're going to kill people you can't understand because the dude told you to. And if you somehow don't die, most likely for disease rather than on the battlefield, but then also you got to do the battlefield thing. And if you don't die from that, if you're lucky, whoever your commander was didn't rip you off, so you got a little bit of bounty to take all the way back, hopefully not die on the road of disease again, to hopefully find some of your family still alive that you can then share in the wealth with. What kind of fucking idiot thinks that that's cool? What a stupid fucking idea. I've never thought of anything so fucking stupid. Holy shit. What in the fuck? Good fucking God.
Anybody, really, nobody who will actually play video games. But who do they think they're developing it for? Well, they think they're developing it for the same people that say that the first one from 2018 was pro-cop. Why?
I mean, I guess it is. I guess that's true.
Why, you may ask? Because Spider-Man, at some points, helps the police.
Yes, I'm sure Kate Harold there is a big fan of video games.
Well,
yeah, so they're designing it.
But you're not even going to play the game either. You can't make that condemnation, you smug fucking dipshit. Look, Spider-Man is a vigilante, but he also fights crime. That's why it's an interesting interplay between those two things. He fights crime, which sometimes it means he's handing people over to the police. Ideally, he's doing the cops' job for them because the cops can't do it as well. So is it pro-cop? Honestly, it sounds like, I think I even read this article once, and it sounds fucking stupid. And you could do what I did and just not give a shit. Whatever.
For these sorts of people, because they came out in interviews and said, oh, we didn't intend for it. We didn't intend to be pro-cop in this game where you fight crime. Makes perfect sense to be.
Pro-criminal. Like, what's Spider-Man going to go in there and be like, yeah, are you
Did
lunatic?
Insomniac put out BLM during 2020?
Wait. No, that's a good question, though. If you think something isn't pro-cop, it means it's pro-criminal. Man, I have some really unfortunate things I'm going to have to tell you about police. That sometimes being pro-cop is the same thing as being pro-criminal. Did you know that cops don't prevent crime? Did you know that? Were you aware of this, Mr. Avocado? Did you know that cops don't really prevent crime? They respond to it. Sometimes they're the cause of it.
So they are literally pro-criminal.
I mean, like, there's a smash and grab going on. Spider-Man swings in, he wraps up all of the loot that they got and helps them carry it away.
He turns around.
Thank you, Spider-Man, for being on the side of justice.
He turns around and calls the police bigots.
Yeah, webs them to the wall so the looters can get away.
If they'd only had their physical needs provided for them by the state, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, socioeconomic factors. Like,
why are you making up things that aren't in the game to have an argument against the things that don't exist in the fucking game? What are you talking about? I see there's a little bit of a debate about the use of the term crusade. Keep in mind, like, when he says crusade, he's literally talking about a game where he's simulating the actual literal fucking crusades. So he's talking about the crusades. There's no ambiguity in this. All right? There's no reason for that debate. We have better things to do with our time than debate stuff like that. Okay?
Unbelievable.
So they're basically making this game for Redditors.
Yeah.
And how do you know that they're really making the game? Well, because they put the bloody Spider-Man point meme in the game. If you run into Miles Morales as part of the game, you can run up to him and go, oh, point.
Oh wow, I've seen that meme.
And all of Reddit went absolutely wild.
What the fuck? Who cares? That's cute. Why is that a problem? What? What the fuck? What?
Can you believe it?
Yeah, Matt, I accidentally, I didn't change my settings, and I didn't realize that I was streaming this to my main channel, and it was originally titled Donald Trump Wears a Diaper. Because he does. He totally does. To handle his...
They call them dumps. Big, massive dumps.
Yeah. And I was like, oh shit, this is on the main channel? Oh well, fucking here we go. You know, one nice thing about it though is it's more likely that that some dork will go crying to Sargon and be like, Jeff Holiday was watching your video on his channel and insulting you. And Carl is very, very fragile. He does watch when I make fun of him if somebody points it out. It's really great. It's really great. He has refused to make responses to my criticisms of him though, because every time he tries to do that shit, I just keep it going, and I'll every time he directs people to a video of mine, I'll just throw 30 fucking ads on it. Boom. So, and I'm obvious about it too. I say what I'm doing.
And here's where I come to the graphics, because like I say, you can see from some of these clips, wow, those are some pretty photorealistic graphics.
Oh,
That's cool.
Pretty nice graphics.
Yeah.
But when you zoom in,
Piss stop? What?
I think
Piss
it's meant to
stop?
be
please stop. Please stop.
No,
Okay.
it's just another one of those places where they're pushing the boundaries and not creating bugs, okay?
Yeah, but you can see how photorealistic, how much effort must have gone into the graphics.
Maybe it's just a realistic depiction of how little effort is put into the painting on the
Maybe.
thing in New York.
But
What?
how much effort did they put into the faces, particularly Mary
well.
Jane's face?
Well,
Hang on. Were they really having trouble with that? It's bus stop. Were they... Okay, hang on. No.
Particularly Mary
well.
Jane's
No.
effort must have gone into the graphics.
maybe it's just a realistic one of those places where they're pushing the boundaries and not creating bugs, okay?
Yeah, but you can see how
Oh, great.
pretty nice graphics. But when you zoom in,
Piss stop? What?
Okay, first of all, that doesn't look like piss stop at all.
I think it's meant to be bugs.
please stop. Please stop.
No,
Okay.
it's
No, it's not please stop. It's bus stop. When is the last time either of these three dipshits actually left their home? How can you not look at that immediately? That's a bus stop. There's a bench. It's painted. It's in the fucking bus stop lane. It's bus stop. I don't say this often, but I feel like I have to. I feel like I'm going to go fucking crazy if I don't say this right now. Actually touch grass. Like, actually go the fuck outside. You're three grown men who don't even understand the terms of the turns of phrase and the manner in which you're trying to sound intelligent. One of you dicks misunderstood Uncanny Valley. Sargon misunderstood what a fucking red herring is, and now you're looking at this picture and you can't tell it's going to say bus stop. Go outside.
It's just another one of those places where they're pushing the boundaries and not creating bugs, okay?
Yeah, but you can see how photorealistic, how much effort must have gone into the graphics.
Maybe it's just a realistic depiction of how little effort is put into the painting on the
Maybe.
thing in New York.
But how much effort did they put into the faces, particularly?
It looks like it's a realistic simulation of them having to repave part of the road, because you can see, like, over here, there's these shadows along the pavement, and that's what a fucking street looks like when it's been resurfaced. They've done work over here, they cut it up, they had to repave, they had to do this, had to do that. It looks like that's exactly what it is. It's fucking realistic looking.
Mary Jane's face.
Well,
Look,
this is one of the problems that the photorealistic graphics
Look.
have had.
look at that. For one, in the first game, she looked nothing like this. She actually looked like a pretty redhead. like you would expect it to.
Who gives a fuck? It's a video game. Is he mad he can't spank it to Mary Jane's face? Like, look, yeah, sure, it's funny. It's kind of goofy looking. That shit happens in any video game. Even if it looks really good at times, you catch the right kind of frame and everything gets all fucked up. Whatever. But also, you can complain that the graphics aren't good, but now you complain, she used to be a pretty girl. Weird, man. Weird.
Yeah. And they decided, because games companies now are filled with middle-aged spinster women.
Yep.
And we can't have attractive women in our games anymore. Let's make her this.
You know what? I bet she looks exactly like one of the developers.
Probably. I've seen the facial model that they used for her, and she looks nothing like her.
Because in all of the sort of like, millennial remakes of everything, they're basically self-inserts of unattractive women.
And look at that. Look at that. So that's Peter.
I really don't have a problem with any of this, and I could not give a fuck less. I really don't understand. And the thing that I can't stop studying their faces, from little fucking Goblin Callum to this Nigel fucker and Sargon. All three of their faces speak volumes, absolute volumes. Like, this is the most important fucking thing to be talking about in the world right now, is how ugly this one character is in a game that they refuse to fucking watch. I wish I had that much free fucking time. I really do. It's insane. It's insane. Oh, what the fuck, man?
And that's his elderly grandmother.
Yeah, I love that they're basically trying to degrade women. So women aren't they ugly and kind of weird looking? Like Peter Parker looks pretty normal, like average looking guy. But why doesn't she look like she's 70? Like, why not? Like,
breaking down boundaries.
Have you seen women? It's like literally, it's like what a misogynist would do to disgrace women if they were trying to.
So an army of chudjacks has taken over Insomniac. And they say billions must refund.
Yeah.
They don't want it to succeed anymore. We're taking it down from the inside.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
So
I cannot even wrap my fucking head around this anymore. Like, it's really weird too, because like there's this strange fucking dork far right culture that the Nigel dude, like, he engages in a lot. The fact that who he's bringing it, I know this fucking Twitter account too, and the Twitter account is a fucking Nazi. Like, the person that they're referencing, this is the like third or fourth time that they've showcased a tweet from this account in specific. That fucking account is literally an anime profile fucking Nazi. Like, not even unambiguous. Like, take 5 minutes, go look at that fucking account, and you'll be like, yeah, okay, yeah, no. You're not being hyperbolic about it. Like, okay, yeah, no, I get it. I totally get it. And then Homeboy's talking in, like, this weird Chan culture, far-right, like, lingo and shit. And Sargon's all about Crusades. And still, after all of that shit, all of the fucking bullshit that Sargon has put up with getting demonetized and thrown under the bus, embarrassing himself and his entire lineage for generations with his political aspirations, absolutely getting cucked in every fucking way throughout his entire life, they're still here whining about fucking video games. But now they're doing it in the exact same horseshoe theory manner than the people that they used to complain about 5-6 years ago. In-fucking-credible. Now, I'll tell you one last thing, because I'm not going to watch anymore. This video fucking sucks. I'll tell you one last thing. This is how you know the world is not fucking fair, because that motherfucker makes bank doing this shit, too. He does. And people always say the same thing to me. They're like, you're just jealous. You're just jealous of Carl. I'm jealous of that money. Fuck yeah, dude. If I could just, like, throw my fucking dick out on the table and rant about all my insecurities and have a bunch of anonymous fucking dorks give me tens of thousands of dollars, Yeah, that'd be really fucking great, man. Abso-fucking-lutely. I would love that. That'd be wonderful. But you know what? The world's kind of fucked up, man. The world's kind of fucked up. Jesus Christ. I can't do it anymore.
They call them dumps. Big, massive dumps.
I just can't. I can't watch that shit anymore. It's fucking obnoxious, man. Christ.